What's up, everybody? Chris closes your deal here this Friday morning, jumping on YouTube Live, doing seller calls. I got some follow-up calls, some potential closing calls. So if you guys want to follow along as I'm locking up deals with sellers, negotiating contracts, then click the link right here. And if you guys have deals you need help locking up, moving over from cash wholesale to novations, then definitely hit me up. You can go to www.closeanddispo.com where you can submit your deals, your contracts, or if you have leads that you need help closing, you could submit them there as well. See you guys soon. Peace. What's up, everybody? All right, we are about to jump on some seller calls. If you guys are just jumping on and joining, I've got a handful. I've got a ton of appointments today, actually. So it's going to be a pretty back-to-back day. All right, just getting this IG story all set up. All right. Just put this on Do Not Disturb. And if you guys need to get a hold of me, text is not the way, calling is not the way. Jump into YouTube Live and send me a chat. All right. So first things first, let's hit up Glenn. Trying to get this guy locked up here. Got an offer into him and his wife, and to wrap this bad boy up.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Glenn? How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. How about yourself?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Just a beautiful
You must have
Friday.
had ESP. You must have ESPN. I was just sitting here thinking about you.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And I'm thinking, I don't know what the hell to do. But you don't think you could get them to 175 at all?
Ah, I mean, I had to fight to get them up. I mean, they came all the way up like, 12 grand basically.
Yep, they did. They did. They did a good job on that.
Um,
I looked my house up online last night. It says we're 269. I don't know if it is or not, but
mhm,
that's another thing.
yeah.
Hey, check this out. I
What's
got
that?
a story to tell you, and this might help be interesting in you.
Okay.
A lady came in and rented a U-Haul trailer from me. We got to talking, became friends. I don't know how I get in these messes, but she's got three houses on the east side,
hmm
1, 2, 3, right in a row. And mind you, they need work. They need a lot of work. She was living in one of them. And it's got a Generac generator hooked up to it and all that. She's leaving today, or no, in the morning. Sorry. I've been going over and cleaning out her buildings and stuff, and you wouldn't believe all the stuff I found over there. Brand spanking new, never been used.
Is this the one you were saying that had like you found all uh the pellets for the pellet grill?
Yep, same place.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
last night she made me a deal. Do whatever I need to do to the houses, and they're mine to sell.
Okay.
So I got three houses on the east side for sale.
Nice.
So I might be calling you back on them, but they need cleaned up. And they ain't, even if you offer me a good price, I wouldn't sell them to you because I want to get them cleaned up.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
But one of them was a hoarder, bad.
Wow.
And I found 2 yellow kitty litter boxes today full of pellets. One was pecan and one was mesquite.
Oh, nice. Very nice. It's always good
Yeah.
when you get free pellets, man. That's those things, you think switching over from the propane to the smoker is gonna save you a bunch of money, and then it's like, oh, you got to buy all these pellets, and they keep jacking the price up on them. So,
I'm glad I don't have to screw with that charcoal no more. I hate charcoal.
yeah, it's
Leaves a
just a
nasty taste.
pain. Yeah, and it's a pain to get go. Like if you're good at it, and like it's good. I mean, you can make some really delicious food on the charcoal, but it's just a pain to get going, and it's a hassle.
But
So,
if you go to my son's wedding, they had they grilled, and you start eating it, tastes like charcoal ladder fluid.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Some crackhead didn't know. But back to my house deal.
Yeah.
Now, let's say I pulled the trigger right now.
Mhm.
How long would it take to wrap this deal up with money in my hand?
Yeah, so the timeline that they approved for closing was within 60 days. The way that it is actually written out is it would be as soon as practical, but no later than 60 days. And so obviously, and we want to, close with the property vacant. So, we'd work with you as far as like the timeline for you
Well, I could
vacating.
be out there by next weekend, easy.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's screwing off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So that's going to put me another $2,400 into it.
because of the mortgage
Because
payment.
I still got to pay the mortgage payment on it.
Yeah.
And taxes and the insurance are going to be coming up here within the next 60 days too.
Got it. Well, so the taxes and insurance, just so you know, you may be aware of this, but even if you did have a payment for that, what happens is the title company at close of escrow, what they'll do is they'll do a calculation, and let's just say, for example, let's say the taxes is $2,500 for the year, right? What they do is they take that, they divide it by 365 days. So then they determine, okay, it's $6.84 or 85 cents per day. And then what they'll do is they'll prorate any of the taxes. So if you paid, let's say closing date was going to be, November 15th, then they would calculate from the closing date how much of the taxes you've already paid beyond that.
Yeah.
And then that gets credited to you at closing. So
okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's not like you just lose that money. Now, some states, and I'll have to double check on Oklahoma, most states you prepay taxes. In Indiana, for example, you actually, whatever, like the taxes for Indiana, I think are coming up in November. And in November, if you owned a home in Indiana, you're paying last year's taxes. So you would actually owe some prorated taxes back. But most other states, you're prepaying the upcoming year's taxes. And I believe that's how Oklahoma is. So you would get a proration back. So,
if you let me
sorry,
take you just another $2,400 on it. Actually, it's $2,434.
say that again.
I said it's actually $2,430. Let me count. Let's see. Be about $35. My payment's $1,217 a month.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, it'd be 34. So you're getting $1,234 a month plus that'd be 2 months. All right. Well, I'll call her and tell her about what you just said. That's just gonna push her backwards farther, I think.
What do you mean?
But we're gonna get X amount of dollars from you, but yet we got to spend more on the house, 2 more payments.
Yeah. Um, let me see. So that would put us. What if I could get them to do this? So I get it. You're gonna have two, potentially two more payments. What if I could get them to cover one of those payments? Basically, just increase the offer by one of those payments. You cover one of the payments, we cover one of the payments, basically, just by, increasing the offer, by that payment amount, and we call it even.
Let me ask you something.
Sure.
If you was going to pick a closing date, what date would it be? Approximately. I ain't speaking you to nothing. Just you tell me when you're thinking.
If I was gonna pick a closing date, well, so that's not even in my wheelhouse of things I ever determine. They just tell me what they've approved. So on this, they've approved 60 days. Honestly, I'm not even sure what goes into, like, I know as they're going through the process, they're, allocating funds, they're doing title searches and all that. There's a lot of steps along the way that they work out. I'm not sure exactly how they determine what date they actually pick. You know what I mean? Um, but I mean, 60 days, so what'll happen is, let's say we decide to move forward here today, right? Then what'll happen is we'll go over the agreement together, with you, and it was it Barbara?
Lori. Oh, BH, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
So
call her Barbara when you talk to her. Just say BH.
BH. Okay. All right. Got it. So yeah, so BH, we'll go over everything, she'll sign, you'll sign, initials and everything. And then what'll happen is within so let's see, today's Friday. So no later than Wednesday, you would get a call from our transaction coordinator. And what she'll do is she'll work with you to schedule a time to get our photographer out there just to get, updated pictures of the property. So we have those, and then they'll start walking through the process. They'll open up title and escrow. We'll probably have a couple walkthroughs, and then, and then we'll work towards closing. And then once we get a clear title and, get the ball rolling there, then we should be able to move, closer to closing. So.
All right. Let me call my wife real quick. You go talk to him about one of them checks. You call me back as soon as you, or one of the payments, and you call me right back and let me know, and I'm going to talk to my wife.
Okay. Yeah. And by the way, just so we're clear, if I can get them to come up on that, it's not that they would make the payment to your mortgage. It's that they would just increase, like if they were going to do that, they would just increase the offer by the amount of one of those payments. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay. All right, cool. Just want to make sure we're clear. So,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
All right. Let me call Lori and see what she says, and I'll call you back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bye.
All right. Thanks, Lynn. See ya. All right, guys. So we're seeing, if you guys are just joining here, this guy, was on a seller call with him. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Actually, it was the day before. Had the initial seller call, went through the whole thing. He had to talk to his wife. Actually, no, it was yesterday morning that I had the initial seller call with him. So yesterday was the initial seller call. We made the initial offer of 159, 750. Said he had an, he already told me he had an offer that he was working with, and they came in at 165. So we came up a little bit to 171.5. He's pushing to get up to that 175, but I could tell like he's leaning towards moving forward. But I know that there's still this offer out, and, want to kind of maintain control. But he's getting on the phone with his wife. He's going to call me back. Now he could be still leveraging us against this other offer to try to get them up. But basically at this point, 24.35, like, sure, I could just go up from the 171.5 to 175, which is $3,500, right? But I don't think I need to go there. You know what I mean? So, and this is something, takes discipline to do this. Like, you guys have to really be disciplined when you're talking to sellers and negotiating, because it'd be very easy to be like, it's 3,500 bucks, and I've already underwritten that that's my max offer I could go up to is 175. But here's the deal, right? Like, we don't know what this deal is going to shake out to be. This could be a good, $30,000 spread. It could be a $10,000 spread when it's all said and done. And so that, extra $1,200, $1,500, that could cover concessions for the buyer, whatever, could cover closing costs. So you don't want to, like, as you're ratcheting up, we came up from 159 to 171.5. That's already like almost $12,000, right? You don't want to keep ratcheting up in big clips. And I know 3,500 is not a big clip, but you want to make them earn it. And so in that situation, he's factoring in, okay, well, I'm going to have a couple extra payments between now and then, over 60 days, that's like 2,400 bucks. Like, look, I get it. It's a little bit longer close than what you were hoping for. What if we could, you cover a payment because you were going to have to pay that payment anyway, and then we'll cover a payment by coming up on the offer. And so now we're only coming up 30% of what he's asking for. He's asking for 3,500. We're coming up with like 1,200 bucks, right? And so that other 2,500 bucks, like I said, that could be literally all the closing costs and be the difference in us, making over $10,000, or making $6,000 or $7,000. You know what I mean? So I'm going to notate that, and then let's get on to the next call. I've got a bunch of other follow-up calls. So if you guys are just joining, go ahead and say what's up in the chat, and let's see here. At 75 payments of 12.17 per month, next 2 months, offered to Mike and to company. 2,435 divided by 2, yes, 1,217. So then 1,217 plus 171.5 would be, drum roll please, 172,717. 172,617. So now we're already over. I think he's going to call back. I think he's going to move forward with this. So once we get over that hurdle and he commits to moving forward, then the next hurdle is going to be reviewing the contract. So if he calls back and we're locked and loaded and good to go, then I'm going to review this entire contract with him on the phone, and BH, his partner on this, and then hopefully we'll get this locked up. All right, next one on the calendar. There. Okay, so I got this other guy, Joseph. So this is a new call. This guy has been blowing us up. In Corning, Iowa. So we'll see how this one works out. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm sending this over to my partner to underwrite this for an ARV right now. All I need is an ARV, and that'll tell me whether it's even worth having a conversation with this person. Mm, mm, mm.
You have reached. Please leave your message after the tone.
Okay, no answer. Let's call back again.
You have reached. Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey, Joe, this is Chris. We had a call scheduled for this morning to talk about your property there in Corning, Iowa. Give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, DeVries or DeVries Marketing. I can't sign up on Air AI. Please help. So, let's see here. I'm gonna message my partner Christian on this because he handles that. But we've switched from Air, so we actually have a better platform. I would not recommend using Air at this point, but again, it's not my wheelhouse. I'm not the one that focuses on that marketing side of things. We have a different provider we use that the software is way better than Air. And as a matter of fact, we have a deal that is closing this afternoon. It is in Missouri. Yeah, it's in Missouri, and I think it's like a $30,000 to $35,000 deal that is from the AI cold calling from our PPC campaign. So PPC, so somebody fills out a form for the PPC, and then immediately once it fills out the form, it's going to get submitted into the CRM. The CRM is going to automatically trigger the AI cold calling to reach out to them. Honestly, DeVries, I have no idea what provider that is. Like I just focus on the properties here. I sent a message to Christian. Here, let me send this other message. I know he's in a mastermind Zoom right now, so he might pop on shortly. Let me just look at the calendar, see what time that is over. He'll probably be finishing that up soon, so he should jump on here. But if you want to connect with him, he could help you out. I'll put his email in the chat here. It's Christian at LastProp, and then he can get you set up. We have it fully integrated into one of our CRMs that we use for our marketing, and it just, like I said, all the PPC leads come in, they automatically get dialed by the AI, and then it automatically follows up with them and has a conversation, vets them further, and then yeah, we lock up deals. So like I said, we've got one closing today, and that one actually it was before we re-engineered the prompting because there was obviously it's trial and error figuring out like the prompting, and there was some issues in the prompting very early on. And so the call that the AI bot had with this seller was actually kind of a botched call, but we still follow up with them and get on the phone with them. And I got on the phone with them, one call closed, and like I said, it's going to be a $30,000 to $35,000 deal when it's all said and done. So um, let's see here. Okay, let me open this other version. This is a duplicate lead. I don't mean I'm getting double text messages. Callbacks. All right, who else is on my schedule? Philip. All right, let's call Phil. Phil, let's lock this deal up. Come on. Been chasing you all week.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Phil?
Hey, how's it going?
It's
Chris,
go
right?
Yeah, it's Chris. It's going great, man. Just beautiful day in San Diego. A little overcast, but
Yeah.
it'll clear up, I'm sure.
Um, yeah, sorry I got busy yesterday at work, so
No, it's all good, man. I get it. I have days like that too, so totally understand. So, but yeah,
yeah,
well,
so my wife and I talked it over and we decided not to sell at that price.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what price are you guys thinking you would sell at this point?
At this point my wife wants to hold on to it. Maybe for like another year or two.
Hmm. Okay.
So we're gonna so we're gonna hold on.
Got it.
But when we do decide to sell, I'll give you guys a call
Okay. All right.
and let you know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. So are you guys going to renew the lease with the current tenant, or are you going to go month to month, or what's kind of the game plan?
I haven't heard back if they want to renew yet, so
Got it. Okay.
we'll probably renew them.
Okay. All right. Got it. Just out of curiosity, because I feel like we were pretty close on coming up with something, like how far apart were we from making something happen?
Well, I mean, uh, we're pretty close, I'd say for me, but my wife, um, she would like to keep it just for like
Hmm,
another year or two. So we decided last night we'll do that.
got it. Okay.
We do like your guys, where you guys take care of the fees and there's no realtor
Hmm.
uh, cost involved. Um, so when we do plan on selling, that's something we think about to going with you guys.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. And just out of curiosity, like what's the main reason you're thinking about just like another year? Is it just like the cash flow? Is it, hoping the market will be different, or like what's kind of the goal you guys are hoping to get out of keeping it for a year?
Um, I think that I think we just want to keep it for the cash flow for the next year or two,
Got it.
and then
Okay.
we'll yeah
Okay. And you guys are currently renting it for what, 950, you said?
975.
975. Okay. And what was your mortgage payment on it?
I think it's like $400, something like that.
Like 400. Okay. Got it. And then you got the property management costs, you got like vacancy maintenance and repairs and all that stuff and
Mhm.
everything. So,
Mhm.
okay. So you're probably at the end of the day, you're looking at netting, about 975 times. Usually we're like when we're keeping rentals, we're setting aside about 15% for vacancy maintenance and repairs. You guys, is that kind of
Mhm.
what you're seeing as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got about 10% for property management is what you're paying, right?
We pay 8%.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. So you're getting a pretty good deal there. So that would be, so it's about 23% total off of the gross rents. So that's like 750, and then minus, you said it's about $400 a month in your payment.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're netting about 350 a month.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So yeah, I mean, it seems like really at that point we're basically about like $400 to $4,500 apart, right? When you think about it, because over the next 12 months, if you don't have anything big come up, that forces you to have to put a bunch of money into it, right? That's kind of the gamble of being a landlord, right? It's like, okay, if cash flow
Hmm.
is coming in and there's no big expenses, then everything's gravy, but over the next 12 months, obviously a lot of things can happen. And so that net cash flow right now is only about $4,200 over the next 12 months, right?
Hmm.
But if something does come up, let's say, who knows? I mean, that property is I think it was built in the 50s.
Yeah,
Um,
50s.
so, I don't know. I know a lot of homes that were built in the 50s, they're either going to have, some of them can have clay pipes that run from the house to the street. Some of them have cast iron, but those can be problematic. And when they go, that could be a $10,000, $20,000 expense having to fix that, if you end up having to replace the roof. So if something big like that
Hmm.
happens in the next 12 months, then there goes all that cash flow that you guys were getting over the
Hmm.
next 12 months. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I've
So
been there, done that.
yeah, right. And that's the gamble, right? It's like Russian roulette. You never know, and hopefully it all works out. Um, so I mean, with that being said, right, like our offer would obviously be cash to you, go right to your wallet. You wouldn't have any overhead, any expenses that could come up. And just, picture and imagine, with you guys closing on this house, all the things that you could do with that cash, like right now today. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Without the risk of something like that coming up. I mean, I can't make any promises. I know you were talking to her, about it and, possibly getting to like 115. I mean, do you think there's a number that she has in her mind that like, hey, you know what? If we could get this for it, I would pull the trigger
Hmm.
on it.
Um, I think that she's thinking that, we wait 2 years, the interest rate's probably going to drop down real low, and we could try to get sell it for, max profit. I think that's what she's going for. But I could talk to
Got it.
her, you know.
Okay. Yeah,
She
I
thinks
mean,
more buyers will come off the sidelines in the next, year or
yeah,
two.
yeah. Yeah, I mean that like there's certainly a possibility of that happening, right?
But
Um,
but with that comes, we have the realtor fees. I was trying to explain to her,
yeah,
you got to subtract the. Now we have to get a realtor. We have to list it. We have to, um, do some repairs to it. Get it listing ready.
yeah,
Uh, pay for photographs of the property. Do some landscaping.
yep.
Um, so yeah, there's a lot of that comes into play. So.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like we call it the what if tax, right? I mean, there's a lot of what ifs, I mean, 1 year is long enough in real estate, and now if you're talking about potentially 2 years, 2 years of your property being lived in, you know, who knows if these people do renew the lease. Like it sounds like these tenants have been relatively decent tenants, but if they choose not to renew the lease and then, you
Mhm.
guys, end up crapping out and getting, a bad tenant in there, a bad tenant
Mhm.
it will level out, 5 to 10 really good tenants, with how bad they could
Yeah.
potentially be, you know what I mean? So there's just a
Yeah.
lot of things that could potentially go wrong over that time period, and you guys could take this money, reinvest it into something else, reinvest it into the home you guys are buying, offset your own costs there. So there's a lot of opportunity there. So, I think, you obviously get it and, all the challenges that could come up. Yeah, and I'm happy. I would love to, get on a call, the three of us, and talk it through and figure out, and at the end of the day, like, you know, my goal is not to twist anybody's arm and make them sell a house that they don't want to sell, right?
Yeah.
But based on the conversation you and I have had, it seems like, you're kind of at the point where, it feels like it makes sense, and it's something, you're kind of leaning more towards, um, and maybe we can have a conversation, kind of, pull back and look at
Yeah.
all of the pieces of the puzzle, and see what makes the most sense. And if you guys still decide you want to keep it, like, hey, fair enough, we part ways friends, shake hands, and we talk in a year or two. um but maybe after that conversation, some more information comes up and we figure out, okay, there is a way where we can move forward and make it make sense for everybody. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah. Let me. I'll talk to her. See if there's number. I mean, I don't know how much more you guys could go up. It sounded like 115 was like around your max
Yeah, I don't
for the
even know
property.
yet, because I haven't even like gone to them to ask,
Yeah.
because like I said, I have more leverage with them when they ask me, like, all right, are they ready to move forward today? If we came up to that number, it gives me a lot more strength in the
Hmm.
negotiation with the, because I'm just kind of in the middle, right? I'm in the middle of you guys and the underwriters, right? I want to get the deal done, as much as possible, because I don't get paid unless you get paid. So if I can get a deal that
Hmm.
works for you, but also works for them, then everybody's happy. Um, so I would love to put something together that makes sense for you guys, and helps you guys out, with what you guys need to accomplish, and but also they're not gonna, fire me. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but yeah, why don't we do this? I mean, do you think we could possibly hop on the call, the three of us, and, just kind of talk through different scenarios, different options, and, see what makes the most sense?
Yeah. I'll talk to her. See what's a date that we could probably do that.
Okay. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I'll shoot you a text, and then let me know what days and times work, and then we'll just talk through it and then see if something makes sense. In worst case scenario, you guys end up leaving with more information, that just helps you guys, make a more informed decision, later on down the road. So,
Yeah. Great.
all
Sounds
right,
good.
awesome. All right,
All
Phil,
right.
I appreciate it, and I'll shoot you a text, and then yeah, just let me know what days and times might work for both of you, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Sounds good, Chris. Nice talking with you.
Awesome. You too. See ya.
All right. Bye.
Ugh. We're so close. So this is why, it's a perfect example of why you got to get the wife in early, right? Because, that's the Black Swan, right? If you guys are familiar with Chris Voss, the Black Swan Group, she is the Black Swan, right? So just meaning, in the Black Swan, the whole idea is like, it's something you don't think exists. And so it pops up out of nowhere and it's like a surprise, right? And, kind of knew that she was in the background, but didn't really know that she was the decision maker. And you could see I negotiated with him pretty easily, have really good rapport with him, and everything was pretty straightforward and easy, but really it's just coming back to her being, the game changer. But hopefully you guys got value out of that portion of the negotiation, right? Like, and you could see the wheels are turning in his mind. He understands like all the costs associated, all of the fees, all of the challenges, right? And I think what really makes this portion of the negotiation really, really powerful is when you're minimizing the gap, right? Because in her mind, his wife's mind, she's like, oh yeah, let's keep it for another year. We're going to get a whole another year of cash flow, right? And most investors, most people that own rentals, right? What they picture in their mind is cash flow is not actually cash flow. They look at revenue, right? So they look at $975 a month times 12 months. That's $12,000. Well, if we keep it for 2 years, that's $24,000, right? And then the value could go up more, right? So all they see is the top line, right? It's just like any business, businesses talk about their top line revenue, but it like doesn't matter if you're a $2 million a year business or a $20 million a year business. If at the end of the day, after paying all expenses, the business has $50,000 left over in the $2 million business, or $50,000 in the $2 million business, or $50,000 in the $20 million business, the business profited $50,000. But like, what did it take to get there, right? And it might seem like, oh, well, the $20 million business is a better business. And it's like, is it better for who? Better for the business that's getting the profit, right? So what I do there is I go back to, okay, let's minimize this, right? So you're renting it for how much? 975. Okay. And generally when we're renting properties, we're factoring about 15% for vacancy, maintenance, repairs along the way. Is that kind of what you're thinking too? Yeah. Okay, got it. So 15% there. And you're paying what, about 10% for property management? No, we're actually paying 8%. Oh, okay, great. So that's that's 23%. So now we take that 975 times 0.77, that'll take 23% off. So now that puts us at a net rent after all those expenses of $750, and then minus out the mortgage payment of $400. So really he's getting a net of about $350 of net cash flow every single month. Well, now we say, okay, how long was your wife thinking of keeping the property? Oh, 12 months. Wow, Phil, we're actually a lot closer than we think. I mean, that's only like $4,200, right? And you could stop there and just negotiate on the $4,200, but then you bring up the pain, right? Like that $4,200, that's awesome, right? But you and I know this home was built in the 1950s. It was renovated before you guys bought it. The roof is, 9 to 10 years old. Being built in the 50s, many of those homes, the pipes from the house to the street are either clay pipes or they're cast iron pipes. And at this type of age, is usually when you're going to run into problems. So, that could be a $10,000, $20,000 repair. What's it going to feel like in the event that over the next 12 months, one of those things happens, right? And you have to repair that and you got to sink 10 to 15, $20,000 into it. How good is that $4,000 in cash flow going to feel for you? Well, it's not going to feel that good, right? Because you just dumped 10,000 into it. So now you're in the whole $6,000, right? And so that's kind of the gamble with a rental, right? And so sure, if you're in a high appreciating market, keeping it, you're going to get a lot of value out of that. But in a market like Indy, where it's a pretty stable market, it's good cash flow, it appreciates, pretty standard. It's not like a home run appreciating market. If you have that, you're still going to end up being in the hole, right? So you start planting those seeds out, and then, what's a year going to look like? What are the tenants going to do to the house? It's going to be more distressed in the next year. So you start planting all those seeds and then water those seeds, and hopefully those start to produce fruit. And so now he's going to talk to his wife, he'll bring that up, and it sounds like he's already been, like, he's basically going to bat for us, because he's like, yeah, I've already been telling her that we have the costs, we're going to have to do photos, we're going to have to do some repairs, clean up, list it, we're going to have commissions, all the fees, and blah 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 blah, right? So he's already doing the work for us. So now it's just a matter of getting her on the phone with me. I'll re-engage, rebuild rapport, right? Transfer that rapport that I have with him over to her, build that rapport with her, and then hopefully we can start doing some discovery with her and figure out, what's the main thing that you're looking to get out of this property? Like, what's the goal here? And then we'll, cater to that goal. We'll target the offer around that goal. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Let's see, I got a few more calls that are scheduled here. One coming up in just a moment. I'm going to shoot him a text. Meet chat today. Let me know a good day and time. And You and the wife are, you and Lisa. All right, and I'm gonna move this over to, I'm just gonna move it over to Tuesday. Unless he gets back to me any sooner. It seems like in the morning, like this time is good for him, so. um, Just taking some notes here based on that conversation. Let's see, so net cash flow. What if expenses, major pipes, etc. Tenant damage. What could you do with the funds today? All right, so let's go ahead and save that. And the other key thing there is he's still negotiating against himself. I still haven't changed my number. He's like, yeah, the best you guys could do is 115. I don't even know if we could do 115. I haven't even gone to them yet. Let's see what the number is that you guys need to be at to move forward. Right. And I think that's something that a lot of newer salespeople get hung up on, right? I went to him the last time and was like, hey, talk it over with your wife, see if that's a number you guys can move forward with, because I'm going to have more leverage when I go to the underwriters to get that deal done if you're ready to move forward, right? Many people would have gone, oh yeah, I got them to come up to 115, but he still isn't committed, right? So I'm not gonna give him that number until he's actually committed to move forward, because now I have leverage. If he doesn't commit to anything, I could come all the way up to 115, and then he's like, well, the wife said no, we're gonna keep it, right? If I called him up, I'm like, hey, great news, Phil, they came all the way up to 115. Yeah, the wife said no, right? So I still want to get their buy-in and get that commitment before I move forward there. All right, let's see here. So we got this next one. John. All right, let's see. Lives away in New York. Okay, so this is a text lead. Lives there part-time. It's to close quickly. Is only at what? Okay, so he's got month-to-month tenant. Month-to-month tenant or month-to-month agent? Confused by this text message. Oh, here we go. It shows as a pre-foreclosure. Judicial pre-foreclosure notice of Liz Pendens on 8/12. Okay, let's see what we can make happen here. Estimated value 450. So let's see if it was worth 450 times 0.9 minus 30, we need to be 375. He's asking 350, I believe. So let's go back to those notes. Ha! 550. Yeah, this guy's probably out of his mind. We'll see. But it's for pre-foreclosure, so they're almost always out of their mind as far as valuation is concerned. All right, happy Friday, everybody. Let's see what we can do with this guy here. Curious, how many of you guys are working pre-foreclosure leads, or what kind of leads are you guys mainly focusing on? Personally, I'm not a huge fan of pre-foreclosure leads. I'll work them along the way, but it's not like, I just don't like the there's a lot of challenges with pre-foreclosure leads. It can be massive headaches. And unless you're getting like a killer sub 2 deal, a lot of times it's not worth it, you know. Mortgage foreclosure recorded. Okay, so the notice was recorded on August 12th. Perfect. He owes 350 on it. Hey, DeVries, are you still here in the watching?
On a 6-year term.
Client Services is John. Can I help you?
Hey, John, it's Chris. How are you?
Chris, somewhere.
Chris, I was calling because we had a scheduled time to talk today about your property in
Oh,
Venice.
yeah. Okay. Chris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Hi.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
No.
Okay. All right.
No,
Perfect.
go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, I was reaching out. Looks like you were texting with my colleague Brad about your property there in Venice. I think, but you're not local there, right? You're out of state?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, he had mentioned that you guys were just anxious to sell. You've had it for a little while now and just looking to move on from it.
But we'd like to sell it, yeah. Well, we're not giving it away, so
I gotcha. Okay. All right.
525,000. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Got it.
Last year appraised at 630,000.
Oh, okay.
But I know everything's down now. Values are down, so I reduced the price to as low as I can go, and that's what we're looking for. Looking for cash buyers or a regular buyer, and if they need a mortgage, I can help them with a mortgage because I'm in the mortgage business.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it.
And if they go through me, if someone buys, if you have a client that wants to do a mortgage through me, I'll give them $5,000 credit.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
That would be my fee. You know what I mean? I wouldn't make anything on it. So whatever the bank pays me, so I'll take $5,000. I'll give them $5,000 towards the closing costs.
Got it. Okay.
Not bad, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. That's great. Have you is it occupied right now?
No.
Sorry, you kind of.
No, it's my second home.
Oh, it's your second home. Okay, got it. I wasn't sure if it was like a rental or something. So
Yeah, it's my second home. I own it for 14 years. But unfortunately, I got sick, and my daughter had a baby, and now we're stuck in New York. So we're looking to sell it because we're not going to be going there much anymore.
I gotcha. Well, congrats on the grandbaby, boy or girl.
Boy,
Nice. All right. All right. And
gonna buy it? If somebody wants to buy it,
what's that?
if someone wants to buy, you want to have someone wants to put it there.
The empanadas cream.
I said you have somebody that wants to buy it.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's why we're chatting is to, get more information about
Oh.
it. I mean, the point of this call is to see if your property qualifies for getting an offer as is. And by the way, I do have to let you know all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. We're generally looking for properties for one of two reasons. Either we're going to fix and flip the property or we're going to keep it and hold it as some sort of a rental. So by the end of this call,
Yeah, it's in very good shape. It's in excellent shape. Very good shape. I kept it up. I kept it up, and I put a lot of money into it. I just painted the outside. I had the gardening done. I have tile floors in there. Well, you look at the pictures. You go online, you'll see the pictures, and the pictures are the truth.
Got it. Okay.
So if you want to upgrade it a little bit, that's something else. If you upgraded that house, you'd probably get 600, 630 for it if you did a fix and flip. But
I gotcha.
again, I don't know the way the market is there.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Let's see here. Let me just yeah, I got okay, so it's got
I'm on month to month. I'm on month to month with the real estate. So if
What do
you
you-
have a buyer, you guys want to buy it, you have to wait till the month's over, and then once her contract's gone, I won't have a realtor. to
Oh,
pay.
you have it listed? I'm not seeing it listed anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's listed.
okay. Got it.
Month to month. I listen month to month.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see here. All right. This thing is not showing as active. Let me see here. Yeah, it's showing off market. Did they pull it off market?
It shouldn't be.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, my headset disconnected. Yeah, it looks like they pulled the listing. Give me a second. Yeah, listing was removed on the 29th of August. Looks like you had it down all the way down to 520 was the last
520, right?
price. So, I mean, if you don't, if you have it listed with an agent at 520, after commissions, closing costs, everything else, I mean, you're going to net probably right around like 460-ish.
Yeah, but I don't need that. I'm on month to month. So once she's gone, if someone wants to buy it, I don't need to pay her.
Well, I get that. I
mean-
get that. But if you're willing to sell it with an agent at 520, then that means you're willing to accept 460 to you, right? Because you're going to have to pay that anyway. So am I missing something?
No, I have a deal. I have a special deal with her. She's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So, yeah, so she's going to get a lot less than she's supposed to get.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. All
Okay?
right.
So,
All right. So yeah, so you'll save some of that. I mean, you still have like buyer's agent commission and, some closing costs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, how soon were you looking to sell?
somebody wants to buy it.
Okay. All right. Would it shock you? I mean, public record's not always accurate, but would it shock you to know that it has it here listed that it's in pre-foreclosure?
I don't know why it says that.
Okay.
Nope.
Got it. Okay.
And the fan side there, it says that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like let's see, the details are saying that there was a recorded pre-foreclosure notice on August 12th of this year.
No, I understand that. I did a what do you call it? I did a modification with.
Oh, a loan.
What do you give
A
it?
loan mod? Okay. Got it.
Anyway, listen, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you wasting my time. If you're interested, let me know. What is that?
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'll have the team take a look at it and
Okay.
see if it's something that they're interested in and get
Okay.
back to you.
I appreciate it. Thank
All right.
you.
Have a good one, John. All right. So, yeah, I feel like I've talked to this guy before. I looked, the pictures of this house look wildly familiar. Here. There's some notes. Oh yeah, I think I spoke to him and he had it listed at the time. So let's see here. Yeah, highly doubt that this one is going to be worth having a discussion about. All right, so I'm going to submit this into the offers needed. Just have us kind of run some numbers. The thing with Florida, if you guys are doing deals in Florida, everything is freaking sitting forever in Florida right now. We've got a few deals that have been listed for a while and just nothing is moving. 2,600 square feet. So if I look 3, 2, let's look at what sold in the last 90 days. So in this little pocket, yeah, I mean, there's one that sold for 622. And there's one that sold for 300,000. Let's look at what's active. Ooh, there's a couple active. There's a 2,600 square feet listed at 560. Let's see how long this one's been listed. 26 days. No price reductions yet. Then there's a 549, 2,500 square feet. Let's see how long this one's been listed. 62 days. Okay. Still similar condition. And there's a 699, 2,500 square feet. This thing better be updated to the freaking gills. It's pretty clean, but it's not like, oh, it's got a pool. So maybe, but let's see how long that one's been listed. 79 days. Yeah. The agent's listing starts out curb appeal alert. What does that even mean? Does that mean great curb appeal? Does it mean terrible curb appeal? Like, it's just, agents are funny. Sometimes they just slap things together sometimes. And it's like, what was the thought process behind this? All right, so let's see here. So we're gonna that one. All right, I got some other follow-ups to do here. Let's check voicemails, see if I got any inbound voicemails this morning.
Hi, this call is for Chris. This is Trina Pullen. My number is 207-2.
Perfect, okay. So that's a voicemail from a seller who we have under contract, and we actually are in contract with a buyer. She's just looking for a new place to rent, and I believe she found one. So as soon as she can go into that one, we can close. So. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so that guy we just talked to, he's not worth following up with. That's one thing I think is probably hard for newer guys to figure out is like, all right, who do we take out? Who do we not follow up with, right? Somebody that's going to take too much time, somebody that's not willing to even have a discussion about it. They know too much, or, they seemingly know too much, right? They think they know too much. And so you're not going to be able to have a reasonable conversation with them. He's been listing it on and off, trying to sell it, and it's not going anywhere. So, let's see here. Okay, let's look at the calendar. Okay, I'm gonna call Hilda.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Hilda, this is Chris. I was following back up with you about your property on Quail Hollow. Give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay. By the way, if you guys are just jumping on, it's closing day. We got a deal, I think it's like a $30,000 to $35,000 JV deal that's closing this afternoon in the middle of Missouri, Poplar Bluff, Missouri. That one was that one actually came from our AI cold calling. So it was PPC. So it was a PPC lead. He filled out a form. The AI bot cold called him, and this was 80 days ago, 81 days ago, actually. We were still editing some of the prompts and stuff and engineering some of the prompts. And this was very early on to the AI stuff that we were doing. And the AI bot actually botched the call. It was just really chopped up, and it wasn't a great call. But it still got through some of it, and then teed it up, followed up with them, and then got it on the calendar. And then I got on a call with him. One call closed, locked it up at 57 or 58. We listed it for 129, got a buyer at 106 with 6K concessions. And then, yeah, today's the closing date. So within 5 days of that lead coming in, one call close off of a botched AI cold call. So stuff's pretty legit. So as we've been, and the leads have only been getting better as we've been tweaking the AI bot. So it's really pretty cool stuff. So okay, so let's okay, let's see here. Let's refresh this. News for this afternoon. So I've got Lacey, John Lowe's, Danny Combs. Okay, Rex McKinney. Okay, so this guy, this is the Osage Beach guy. Oh yeah, I gotta reach out and see if we could possibly get out there. Okay, let me call that agent real quick and just let him know I don't have an update for him. And then we're gonna move this call back to Tuesday. So this is one, if you guys were watching the seller call from the other day, I had a conversation with this guy, and it could be a really good deal or it could be a terrible deal. It's one of those ones that's just a freaking crapshoot. So rather than jumping through the hoops of getting under contract, going through all the process, doing all that, I just reach out to a couple agents, got an agent. He wants to go out to the property. He's like, yeah, this could actually be in the 400s. If it's in the 400s, the seller only wants mid to high threes. So I could probably get them right around, even if I got them at, 365 plus 30K divided by 0.9 would be like a 440 sell price. So if this thing could actually sell in the mid fours, then we could have a really killer deal on our hands, depending on where we lock it up. So I think it's worth having the discussion. But again, I don't want to go through all this stuff, contract, putting money out for photos and jumping through all those hoops with one that, it could turn around and it could be like, yeah, this thing is going to sell for 3.25 and then not even worth having a discussion about. So so every once in a while we'll do that. For the most part though, we'll just lock it up. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's go handle some new seller calls. Be sooner than 2 weeks as well. They're going to get back to me. Go right. Found apartment will be ready for about 2 weeks. I'll have all the information on everything. Then it just has to get fixed and stuff, and all the paperwork has to go through. But yeah, we'll keep you all informed. And once they give me the information, might be sooner than 2 weeks as well. They're going to get back to me and they're going to go and write up the paperwork because I got all my information. And once they give me information you need, I will let you know. Perfect. All right. So that's a $12,000 or $13,000 JV deal that as soon as she gets that, that place to rent, we can close. And we just got the go ahead from title that the title work is all done. So they're clear to close. So we should be ready to rock as soon as she gets this place. And then once we close, that's going to be like a, 12 or $13,000 JV deal in the middle of nowhere, Maine. So if you guys are watching this and you're like, I don't know if they can dispo my deal, we've dispo deals in freaking the middle of nowhere, Missouri, the middle of nowhere, Maine. This will actually be the second deal in the middle of nowhere, Maine that we JV'd with somebody on and are getting across the finish line. I think the first one was about a $10,000 or $12,000 deal. So we can dispo deals pretty much anywhere in the country. So. Let's refresh this. Occupied by tenants for 13 years. Oh, he's an investor and an agent. Those conversations either go really, really well or really, really terrible. So let's see here.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please.
Here we go, Indy. Wait, is this Indy or oh, Indy's Drive? Got it. Jacksonville, perfect. Love Jacksonville. Clients doing some renovations. Okay, let's double check this one because you had it on the market for a little bit for 290. Took it down to do some renovations. Whoa, this is definitely not updated if that's the property. Here we go. His name. Yeah, it looks like it's the same place. Okay. So there's two different listings for it.
Hello.
Hello, Harry. This is Chris.
Yep.
How's it going?
Good.
Good, good. Yeah, I was reaching out about your property on Indies Drive. Looks like you had spoken to one of our referral partners and they paired your property with us because they thought we'd be a good fit for you. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, you probably just caught me with a bad price.
All right.
We're going to be putting it back. You know, we're also realtors, and we'll be putting it back on the market in a couple months, with just doing some renovations to it.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds like you're looking to get, top of the market.
Yeah, it'll be around the 280, 290
Okay. Got it.
price range.
All right. How much are you guys putting into it?
I don't know, probably around 35, 40,000.
Got it. Okay. 35 to 40K into it. How far along in those renovations are you?
Well, we had new drywall put in, we had it painted, and now we've just got a few things to with the bathrooms. We're getting new toilets and stuff put in.
Got it. Okay. All right. And you said you're
And
gonna
some new
list.
kitchen cabinets.
Oh, new cabinets. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, we had it listed before.
Uh-huh. Just weren't getting much traction on it.
It wasn't that. A 14-year-old and his girlfriend vandalized it, so we had to get it all refixed because they messed up the whole thing.
Oh, geez. That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we've experienced that ourselves, so I know what that's like. It's not a fun time.
Nope.
It's even worse when it happens at the tail end of a renovation, and then your guys show up and they're finishing up some work, putting in appliances, and they're like, "What in the hell just happened here?" It's like, oh man.
Yeah. Well, actually, we had just put all new flooring down, and they pulled the refrigerator and something else away from the water spigot, and it flooded over a weekend. And then an agent was showing it on a Monday and called me and told me the water was flooding out the door and she couldn't get in. And that's when I had to go over there and then called the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, and he actually got arrested. I don't think he was in jail very long, but anyway.
Yeah. Oh man.
And his family lives. The only reason we knew who it was his family lives a street over, and he had an aunt that was visiting, and for some reason he decided he took his own little videos of what he was doing.
Oh.
And then she saw my phone number on the sign and called me and let me know who it was.
Man, that's yeah, kids these days, man, the social media stuff and the videoing their stupidity is just wild. You would think they'd be a little bit smarter than that. If you're gonna do it, like hide it better. But I mean, good for you at least, Is there gonna be any recourse there?
What do you mean recourse?
I mean, are you guys yeah, are you going to get anything out of it as far as like, is the family going to try to, help compensate or anything or?
No, the family's not, but we did have an insurance, and so we had to hire an attorney, and so anyway, we've got some money to do the renovation.
Got it.
Before we put it back on the market. So
okay.
It's almost ready.
All right. Well, wish you the best with it, man. It sounds like going the retail route's probably going to be, the best, especially since you're an agent. So, are you we've been seeing a lot of, like, we have a few properties listed in the Jacksonville area, and everything's just been sitting a while in Florida. You've been kind of seeing the same thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. It has. Yep.
Yeah. What's your take on it? Because I mean, like some of the agents I talk to, say it's interest rates, but we do business all over the country, and it seems like Florida is definitely, things are definitely sitting a bit longer in Florida than they are in some of the other markets that we're in. So just curious what your thoughts are on it.
I don't know. We've had a lot of people say they're waiting till the election is over before they decide what to do.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, wish you the best with this one, man. And do you have any other properties that you guys are thinking of selling? Any fixers or anything?
No, not anything with that we own. No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, wish you the best with this one. And if anything comes up, feel free to give us a call.
Oh, sure. Yep.
All right. Thanks,
That's
Harry.
right. We'll do it.
All right. See ya.
All right. Bye.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, that's not worth spending a bunch of time on. Mm, mm, mm. All right, let's check this one out. All right, I'm gonna call this one as a referral. Actually, it could be a JV Novation deal in Ponca City, Oklahoma. Okay, let's look this one up. So, buddy of mine was actually working this one, working with the seller. Gave them an offer of 170 cash. Seller was asking for 215. Looking to downsize. Let's see, roof 10 years old, AC less than 10 years old, well maintained, new kitchen cabinets, original but in excellent condition and visually appealing. Bathrooms original but in great shape. Updates, no updates necessary. Any updates would be a matter of preference. No pool. Okay, so let's see here. My underwriter looked at it. Looks like we could novate for 250 to 260. So let's say 250 times 0.9 minus 30. We'd want to be at like 195. So he offered 170. So that would be a 25K increase over what he offered them. All right. So let's go ahead and reach out. Okay, so we're going to reach out as a brand new buyer because seller wasn't very happy with him and his offer, which is fine. Let's see here. See how long they've lived there. Looks like they bought this back in 2014. All right. Where'd that phone number go? Make sure I have the right info. Daryl Boyd. Okay, let's give this guy a shout here.
Hello.
Hello, Daryl. This is Chris.
Oh, Chris, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Just fine. How's your mom?
Say that again.
I said, how's your mom?
My mom's great. You might be confusing me
Awesome.
with another Chris, though. I was reaching out to you about your property on Skylark Road.
Right. What about it?
Yeah, it looks like we got a note here from one of our referral companies, said that you were possibly interested in downsizing, selling that property. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Right. No, it's all right. I got a minute or two. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they just mentioned that you were looking to possibly downsize.
Right.
So yeah, and by the way, I do have to let you know all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. Really, the point of this call is just to see if your property qualifies in getting an offer as is. We're generally looking for properties for one of two reasons. Either we're going to renovate it and put it back on the market, or we're going to keep it and hold it as some sort of rental, long-term rental, mid-term rental, something like that. All right.
All right.
So by the end of this call, I'll either be able to get you an approval from the underwriters with an offer, or they're going to deny it and they'll tell us exactly why. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the benefits of working with us is that we will buy the home cash as is. You don't even have to sweep it up. We'll cover all the closing costs. There's no commissions or anything like that. Do you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper? I'm going to have you jot down a couple pieces of information that you'll probably want to have handy if we get this approved.
I can't do that right now. I'm eating, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Well, my name's Chris, Chris Deal, like let's make a deal. And our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus in the Bible. And then my telephone number, I don't know if it's showing up on your caller ID, but it's just 619-525-7132. So if you ever need to get a hold of us. Yeah, so I guess catch me up to speed. I know they mentioned that you were looking at possibly just downsizing. What's going on?
That's it.
Okay.
Selling the house. When we bought the house, we needed 2,800 square foot and 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, but we don't anymore because living arrangements have changed right now.
Oh, got it. Kids all grown up and out on their own. Nice. Okay. All right. Would you guys be staying local to the Ponca City area, or would you guys be?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. And how long have you guys been thinking about selling?
I don't know. I mean, maybe a year.
Got it. Okay. All right. And would you guys be just buying another house or renting or traveling?
Yeah, I got one. I got one that was, I inherited one.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it. So the funds from this, you're just gonna, either invest them, just throw it in the bank, go gamble it all on black at Vegas.
Probably prostitutes and cocaine, to be honest with you, but go ahead.
Nice. All right. Well, that sounds like an exciting weekend. Could be a weekend, could be a couple months, right? All right. Is it just yourself that owns the property, or is there anybody else on title that would need to be involved?
Me and my wife, but I do all the decision making.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And in a perfect world, what were you guys hoping to walk away with?
Oh, a perfect world? Oh shit, $350,000. Now, in an average world, reasonable, I'd take 225.
225. Got it. Okay. And how did you arrive at that number?
First of all, county records say that the fair market value is 250. Okay, so I'm below that. Another way I arrived at it is I paid almost 200 for it 10 years ago, and property's done nothing but go up. And there we have it. That's what I want for it.
Got it. Okay. All right. Here. You said about 20 years ago or 10 years ago you bought it?
10 years ago.
Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. Perfect. Well, I just want to get some more information about the house itself, and then I can
Mhm.
take this up to the underwriters and have them, take a look. And, like I said, they'll either
Mhm.
approve it or not. As far as before we get into the inside of the house, talk to me about the outside of the house. Are there any, like, other than what might be running just directly to the house to feed the house, are there any like power lines that run outside, alongside, or in front or in back of the house?
Just the one that feeds the house in the back comes
Okay.
in back.
Got it. Okay. All right. Perfect. And is it a residential neighborhood? Like, just normal, like 20 mile an hour, 25 mile an hour speed limit?
Yeah,
Okay.
mostly retired folks all around there.
Got it. And is it seem like it's mostly owner occupants in the area, or are there a good bit of rentals in the area?
No, there's no rentals in the area.
Okay. Um, Occupants. Is there an HOA?
No.
No HOA. Okay. Got it. All right. Any structural issues with the house? Any siding or bricks missing or anything?
No.
Okay.
By the way, siding's not structural.
Got I got you.
And neither is brick. Brick is a veneer also.
Yeah, totally. It's just, yeah, that's, what people think about when I ask them mostly is just like the outside cosmetic stuff. So,
Right.
anything in the back of the house that I can't see, that we wouldn't be able to see from like a Google Street View or anything?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Like no sheds or extra,
No.
buildings or anything. Okay.
No, I don't have any outbuildings.
Okay. All right. Got it. No pool, right?
I got it above ground, but it's nothing to worth mentioning. You know what I mean?
Got it. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. All right, sounds good. As far as so we walk inside of the house. I know, the house was built in the 70s.
Yep.
Does it still look like 1970 when you walk in the house?
No,
Okay.
no, it's pretty nice. It's when you first walk in, you got a staircase to the left that goes up to the upstairs, and then behind that is the master suite, which is pretty damn big, and it's got an ensuite bathroom and everything. And that's one of the reasons we bought that house is all the other 2 stories that are in the neighborhood, almost all of them had all the bedrooms upstairs. And I'm like, no, hell no, I'm not climbing stairs every night. So we seen this one and we bought it because of that. But and then to the right, it has like a game room. We got a pool table in there and everything. And then straight ahead of that would be the living room. And then to the right of that is the kitchen and dining room and laundry room, and goes on out to the garage.
Got it. Okay.
It's got some nice built-in cabinets in the living room, going all the way across one wall. And they're timeless. Yes, it was built in the 70s, but they're still very nice and still in excellent condition. So.
Okay. All right. Got it. What are the floors like in the house?
They're made of concrete, and it needs some laminate flooring because we had a dog, and the little dog tore up most of the carpet, so I just tore it out. And the kitchen's got tile already, nice white tile, nothing fancy, but nice and white. And the rest of it just needs some laminate flooring, which is not terribly expensive.
Got it. Okay. So it's just the exposed concrete subfloor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got it. Okay. All right. And
because look, here's the thing. Even if you had carpet in there, first thing somebody comes in, ooh, I don't like that carpet. They want to change it anyway.
Yep. Yeah. We had a property not too long ago where, I mean, it was a pretty big house. I think we spent somewhere in the neighborhood of like $10,000-$12,000 on flooring all throughout, it was all carpet. And literally the first day after closing, they ripped it out and put all brand new
Yep.
LVP in. It's like, well, that was a waste.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. What about the kitchen? Is that original to the build?
Yeah, kitchen's original. Cabinets are in good condition. It's got laminate countertops. No granite or anything. I'm over granite. I think it's a complete waste of money. But I don't think a hamburger is prepped on a granite countertop tastes any different than it does on a laminate countertop. But anyway, I did put new appliances. I got brand new double ovens built in, and I put the bigger ones. The older ones are small, and I put bigger ones. You know, they're like 30-inch double ovens. And I got a gas cooktop, and then dishwasher. You know, the new microwave above the cooktop, and fridge and all. Anyway, it's all stainless. You know.
Got it. Okay. All appliances are stainless. Perfect. All right. What about the bathrooms? Is it 2 or 3 bathrooms?
2.5.
2.5. Okay. 2.5 baths. All right. Are those original to the build?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like we'll need to do, update, potentially cabinets, counters.
You don't have to do cabinets. Why would you want to do cabinets? Cabinets are fine. I just told you that they're perfect. There's nothing wrong. Now, if you want to you don't need to do any of that. Okay. It's completely functional. We live in it every day. It's perfect. Okay. If somebody wants to update, that's up to you. You can update all you want, and then 2 years from now, it'll need updating again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just, I mean,
yeah.
No, I get it. As an investor, right? Like what we're doing is we're going to come in and renovate it to, top of the market value, right? So 2024 look. So, we might be able to keep the cabinets and reface them, or paint them. But, if we end up doing any type of, adjustment to the layout, things like that, it just depends, right? So, but yeah, I mean,
cabinets don't need replaced.
Okay.
They don't need refaced. They don't need nothing. The cabinets are fine. If you want to do something, put some new laminate or granite or quartz or Corian or whatever on the countertops if you want to. Cabinets are fine. The timeless are perfect.
Got it. Okay. All right. Sounds good. And then the bathrooms will probably have to pretty much redo those, right? So there's original.
So, no, they're fine. All you got to do, I mean, if you wanted to put some fancy tile backsplash on the shower, it's got tile which is in good shape, but it's older tile. It's white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to get something fancy on there, that's up to you.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Well, again, I mean, our business model is to renovate and put it back on the market, right? So we're talking about, a 54-year-old house, right? So if it's all from 1970, right? Like things that are appealing to people today for us to be able to sell it and, and get top dollar, we're probably gonna have to do, more than just, little basic stuff, you know what I mean? So, so that's what we have to kind of take into consideration. Not saying that it's like, the house is falling apart or it's terrible or anything like that, it's just for us to be able to.
This. If you did do that, then you're looking at a $300,000 house. Because it's in a 300,000 plus neighborhood. Every house around it, I mean immediately around, is over $300,000. So
I gotcha.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Perfect. And it's on a slab, right? There's no basement or crawl space?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's say you guys were going to end up keeping it and you had 20, 30 grand to put into the house. What would you guys be doing?
I'd probably just throw some new laminate flooring and, stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean, I might put a tile backsplash in the showers, but
yeah.
I mean, the tubs are fine, might put a little bit of an updated backsplash in, but
okay.
Nothing major. I mean, we've been living there 10 years and living there perfect. There's no problems with living there. It's awesome.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would want to know about the place? Good, bad, indifferent?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, everything that you've been giving me, I've been putting right into the system. This is basically going to go back to our underwriters. They're going to tell us, they'll pull up a report that'll tell them everything that they need to know about this.
Right.
So give me a second. I'm going to put you on a brief hold real quick. I'm going to run back there, see what they've come up with, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. There's no fancy like hold music or anything like that, so it'll just be silent, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. You still there? Did I disconnect? Okay, perfect. let's see here. So 4.3, 2,800 square feet. What's up, Martin? All right, so 4.3, 2,800 square feet. So my JV partner that brought this deal to me, he said the guy was asking for 215 when he talked to him. He offered 170. If we can get this at like 195 to 200, it would make for a good novation. Let's see here. Okay, so his is on Skylark. It's right there. Oof. All right, guys, if you guys are just joining, we are comping a property in Ponca City, Oklahoma, 4.3, 2,800 square feet. It's right across the street from like a little crappy basketball court. Okay. Oh, this one's bigger. Hey, Daryl, you there?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry about that. I actually don't have good news or bad news for you just yet. There was a couple questions that I didn't get that I didn't ask that they wanted to know. Do you know how old the roof is?
It's about 10 years old.
The roof is about 10 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So the roof, 10 years old. What about the HVAC system?
Yeah, 10 to 12.
10 to 12. Okay. And then the panel box, is that breakers?
Yep, and they're all square D, and it's in great shape, no problem. Plumbing's fine, electric's fine.
Okay. And do you know how old the windows are? Are those wood or vinyl?
They're new vinyl windows. They were also put in about 10 years ago.
Okay.
They're all double hung vinyl windows, brand new throughout the whole house.
Perfect. Okay. And do you know how old the water heater is?
Yeah, it's about 2 years old because I
2 years
put it
old.
in a
Okay.
couple years ago. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, cool. So, other than that, I mean, if we can come to a number that makes sense for both of us, is there anything else you guys need to figure out before you're actually ready to sell?
No, I don't need to figure out anything. I just need to hear the right number.
Got it. Okay. All right. Perfect. And typically most of our closings happen anywhere between like a 30 to 60 day timeline. Is there any reason
Yeah.
something like that wouldn't work for you?
That'd be fine. If I mean, and it's, if I'm going to do it, I just soon do it and close it in 30 than 60. You know what I mean?
I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not the guy that figures that out. They'll tell me what
Right.
they approve on it, based on
Right.
a number of things. But
Well, I'm just saying I don't have to sell a house, but if I'm going to, it's either with me, it's like, let's shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
So.
Okay. Yeah, just I know we're coming up into like the holiday season and stuff like that, and so sometimes
That's why if we're gonna do it, I want to do it. That's why I don't want to move in the middle of winter time and Christmas and all that shit. So if we're gonna do it, we do it. Otherwise, I
gotcha.
just wait till next year. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. And if I can get an offer approved, do you mind if I tell you how the process with us works?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So once a home is approved and an offer is accepted, we sign a pretty basic agreement. It's written in third grade English, not to insult anybody's intelligence, but it's just super easy to understand. After that, within 48 to 72 hours, you'll get a welcome call from our transaction coordinator, and she'll line up for us to get in and get photos of the house, so we know what we're working with. Title company will make sure there's a clear title for closing. They'll order any payoffs if there's a mortgage balance or any other liens on the house or anything like that. And then, we schedule to do a few walkthroughs. And then other than that, we head to the closing table and get you paid. And it's really that simple. So,
okay. Sounds good,
other than that, the last thing they wanted to know is if we can get to a number that makes sense for both of us. Are you ready to move forward with a purchase agreement today?
Yeah, if the number's right.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right, give me a second. I'm going to run back there, check on them again, and then I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Rocky, go ahead. You're doing such a good job. Get this up here.
Let's see. This one sold in a few days. Actually, a month.
She's like, we ain't going away. When you come back, thanks for much better. She's better than the world.
Listed 914. Contingent. Holy smokes.
Which one was you painting on?
Yeah, things are moving slow over there.
That bedroom door and the closet door can be painted. Yeah. I already painted one coat on this, I think. Yeah. This is going to be the second coat. This is the outside. So it looks good, though. Yeah. Yeah, there's just a light second coat. Not too bad, but to use a second coat. On the inside, we might get by with one if it looks as good as that does on the other side. It's got to be painted. It's got to be painted. I know you're trying to cut corners, but it's got to be painted. This inside, it's already good one coat, but the outside of it needs 2 coats. So 1 coat here, 1 coat on the other side, and then 2 coats, or at least, yeah, maybe 2. Cause I've been doing paint. I'm working on those cabinets.
2 months exactly to sell from list to close.
Stopped and bought you some lunch, didn't I? I stopped and bought you some lunch, and I wasn't expecting this phone call just out of nowhere. So yeah, I'm painting. I've got almost all the cabinets done. I put these on. I was, but what you join in and help. You're doing good. Keep doing it.
All right, Daryl, you there?
Yeah.
All right. So I appreciate your patience there, man. All right. So they approved the property to be purchased. So congrats on that. As far as a cash offer, man, it's going to seem like, they're just trying to, lowball you. I don't think the cash number is really going to make sense, quite honestly, for what you're looking for. So, I don't know that makes a whole lot of sense. I ran by them, we have another program that we have available from time to time. I didn't bring it up earlier because not a lot of the properties qualify. I mean, a cash number on this would probably... No, so I mean, on a cash number on this, it would probably need to be around like 170 at best. But they have another program because we do so many deals all across the country. We have a big network of investors that use properties for like Airbnbs, traveling nurses, like all different types of rentals, like outside the normal rental.
If they buy it from me, I don't care what they use it for. They can raise hogs in there for all I give a damn.
Yeah, exactly. So the difference is it basically gives you all the benefits of like a cash number where you get a guaranteed set number, and it's a pretty quick closing timeline. The difference is we're not the buyer for it. We would just basically market it out to our network of investors and some retail buyers that we've worked with on other stuff. And, in that scenario, we can generally get you a set number. We just need a little bit more time and access on it. And in that scenario, they're actually willing to actually move forward with this one at a number right at 200.
No, I don't think so. I can sell it outright for more than 200, and the 170 is a complete insult. I paid more than that for it, so they can suck it on that. But anyway, thanks for your time.
I get it. I mean, it's just based on the work that they would want to put into it to get it up to top dollar.
Well, I understand. You can want to do whatever you want to do. I bought it just as is, except I even actually went in and completely repainted the whole inside. I took out one wall that separated the kitchen and the dining room. I took that out. It looks gorgeous now. It's opened up even bigger. And I paid $189.5 for it, and that was 10 years ago. And I've done some stuff to it. And for me to sell it at $170, hell no.
Yeah, I understand. I totally get it, man. I mean, you mentioned you'd sell it outright. I mean, would you are you listing the property?
If I do, I will. I mean, only reason I'm talking to guys like your company is because they allege that they buy it cash outright and all. And what they want is, and I've already figured this out, there have been several of them, they're looking for something that's worth $250 that they can buy for $170. And this ain't the place. So, I'm not playing that. So anyway.
I got you. Yeah. What would you list it for if you were going to list it on the market?
I'd list it for $250 because everybody wants to do you down anyway. So.
Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, do you think it would sell on market at $250, or you think you'd probably end up having to come down a little bit on it?
I might have to come down a little bit, at $250, but not very much. I mean, like I said, all the houses in that area are $300,000 plus.
Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, You know, one thing to consider, like, and I totally get that, man. If that's the direction you decide to go, like, you know, more power to you. I mean, if you were going to list it at 250, and let's say you only came down, you know, to like a 240 offer, right? You know, when it's all said and done, after realtor commissions, closing costs, buyer requests for repair, what a lot of buyers are looking for from sellers, 95% of the listings, the sellers are having to offer like you know, $3,000 to $5,000 in an interest rate buy down, so the buyers get a better interest rate for the first 3 years. So that's like another $3,000 or $4,000.
Didn't nobody did that for me when I bought it, so.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm just saying that's what it's taking to sell houses right now. Like 95% of the houses, like because
it sounds like it's not a seller's market. It sounds like I just need to wait till it's a seller's market.
yeah, and that could be the case, but all I'm saying is with all the things that are associated with selling on market, it's generally about 10% is what a seller is going to come off of the top with all of those fees and everything. So when it's all said and done, if you sold it at a 240 number, you're going to net about 215. So, you know,
okay, if I sold it at 250, then I'll net about 225.
Yeah, if you sold it for about yeah, exactly. You net about 225. So, you know, but again, that's if you get an offer at the 250, if they're not asking for concessions or anything like that.
Right.
So
and they can ask for anything they want, but you don't have to say yes. But I do have your program here.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your closing. What do you got?
Yeah, I got you. So yeah, all I'm saying is, you know, we're not that far off when it comes down to it, you know what I mean, for like a guaranteed number, you know, without having to jump through all the hoops and everything. You know, and I get it. I mean, it sounds like you're just not that motivated to sell, and that's fine, you know, like you know, hold out till you get the number you want. But if you are looking to, you know, make something happen in a relatively short period of time, you know, we can definitely facilitate that, you know, and
But see, the difference is, like I was saying before, is like I don't have to sell it. I can live there another 10 years, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm not going to do is give it away. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know what I paid for it, and you know, I'm not going to give it away. Real estate generally goes up, not down. But we are in a Bidenomics economy.
That's
so,
for dang sure.
things suck right now. But like I said, if it's not the right time, I'll just wait. Whenever we bought it, it was absolutely a seller's market. We couldn't even hardly buy one because we'd be walking up to the porch and the realtor would be like, "Oh, this one just sold." I'm like, "What?" Yep, one of the other realtors. I'm not shitting you. And so, you know, maybe we just need to wait a couple of years and let old Uncle Trump get back in office and fix some shit, and maybe things will be better.
Yeah, if they don't rig it again. So
yeah, it ain't no shit.
We'll see what happens, man. And trust me, every one of us over here is praying that's what the result is. You know, so we'll see what happens. I mean, it doesn't seem that difficult of a decision to me. It's like everything was cheaper 4 years ago and everything was wildly more expensive today. So
absolutely. Well, here's one last thing I want to leave you with a thought, okay? I know that people make a big deal out of closing costs, yada yada. I also know closing costs don't cost that much because I've sold houses before. My last house over in Enid, the realtors tried to tell me, "Oh, you'll never get over $80,000 for it." So I sold it 2 weeks later for $125,000 cash.
Mm-hmm.
I did all the closing. The closing cost me about $300 for doc stamps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not, you know, you can blow it out to a big deal, and realtors can charge you $4,500 for closing. Screw all that. You don't have to go that route.
Well,
but,
yeah, I mean.
Said,
yeah, there's more than just like the documentation and recording fees. I mean, you got the title insurance to make sure that, you know, you're not, you know, buying something that somebody else has.
Right, but that's on the buyer. That's not on me.
Yeah, no, I get that. What I'm saying though is on the sell side, usually you'll have some escrow fees, some title fees, some transfer taxes, documentation. So usually it's, you know, it could be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 when it's all said and done, you know, on the sell side. And then the buy side will usually be, you know, about $2,000 to $3,000. So it'll be a little bit more there. So you're not far off by any means. You know. So.
Well, I know the realtors like to throw a bunch of, "Hey, I'm here, let me get paid too," bullshit in there. But anyway, what I was saying is, if somebody wanted to cut through all the bullshit and straight up $200,000 right now, I might do that. But other than that, I'm just going to wait till the right time and list it.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, so the $200,000 that they're offering, you know, that's a net number to you. It's basically, but it's us bringing it out to our network of buyers, you know, marketing it to them, you know, because they're looking for different types of deals. You know, like I said, some of them are doing like assisted living facilities, you know, in homes that have like the square footage for it. And every investor is a little bit different in the way that they do that.
Right.
So, but we just bring it out to a specific network of buyers that we've worked with in the past, some retail buyers, and then, you know, we basically cover everything else. So if there's any repairs that would need to be made for them to close on it, we would cover that, you know, any of the closing costs. So it would be a net number to you. It's just we would need basically like a 60-day close, you know, timeline for that. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll kick it around, but like I said, I didn't list it just for the simple fact that A, we're not trying to sell it that bad. You know, I'm just dabbling, and two, I don't really like tying it up and everything. Like I said, you know, because I'm not really, like I said, I don't have to sell it. You know.
Yeah.
And we're still living in it, but you know,
gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Are you do you have a mortgage balance on it?
Yes, about 150 now. I had it clear down to like 80,000, and I borrowed some more against it. So.
Got it. Okay. What kind of interest rate do you have on that?
I think it's like 4.5.
4.5. Okay, got it. So sorry, you said you owe about 150?
Yeah, now I do.
Okay.
I had it down to 80,000 or less, and then I borrowed some money against it. You know how that goes.
Got it. Okay. All right. I don't want to get too creative here and like, you know, throw a monkey wrench in anything, but one way that we've purchased homes in the past, and I don't even know if it would make sense on something like this, you know, because in that situation you'd have, you know, roughly around like 50, 60K of equity or something like that. So you know, what we've done in the past is we've, you know, put some money, and it doesn't sound like you need the cash to go buy another house because you inherited another house. So what we've done before is we've done, to get up to a seller's number, we increase the purchase price, but we basically do seller finance terms where we'll like take over on the mortgage and then put like a small down payment and make payments over time. That way we're not having to go to the banks, you know, and borrow their cash, you know, at the higher interest rates.
You mean payments to me?
Yeah, payments to you, exactly.
No, I ain't gonna finance it for somebody.
Got it. Okay.
I can sell it outright to Tom, Dick, or Harry for 200,000 all day long. I haven't been trying that hard. That's why I didn't list it. Because I'm, you know, I just saw the deal on the internet and said we buy houses, so I thought I'd give it a shot. See, but,
I gotcha.
You know, most of them are wanting to come in low ball and, you know, all that. So that's fine, no problem.
I gotcha. Okay. All right, man.
Right.
Well, yeah, no worries. Keep my number, and if anything changes, you know, feel free to give me a call. You know where I'm at, and you know, hopefully we can make something happen, and we'll keep our fingers that Trump gets in.
Right on. All right, thanks.
All right, brother. See ya. All right. So here's the deal, right? Like that might feel like, didn't really get to where we wanted to get to, but when my JV partner brought this deal to me, he made a 170 offer cash and basically said, yeah, when he got off the phone with him, the guy was pretty pissed off. The guy wanted 215. He wasn't budging, right? So in that conversation, sure, I didn't get to the result, but he budged off of that 225, 215 number, and now he's considering the 200,000. And yeah, his motivation's not super high, but at a $200,000 number, right? If we go 200 plus 30K divided by 0.9, if we can list this thing at 255, 260, then that's a $30,000 spread on that deal. So could end up turning out to be a pretty good deal. And, you know, I'm going to have the team re-underwrite it, look at it, you know, a couple different ways, but there's a very good potential that he comes around to that $200,000 number, especially if you don't have to jump through all the hoops of listing it himself and, you know, all that stuff. So, we'll keep you guys posted on this. But I'm going to wrap it up for round one today, and take a lunch, and then I will be back later this afternoon around 2:30, where we're going to go live again on some more seller calls. So if you guys have any deals you want to bring my way, definitely hit me up. What's up, Sean? What's up, Martin? Appreciate you guys jumping on. And if you're new here, definitely hit the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We're basically getting on calls, you know, 4-5 hours a day live, so you guys can see. And, you know, the thing is, right, sometimes I know a lot of guys, you know, they put out just their edited content, right? And so I'm trying to keep it good job on the Eric Klein script. Yeah, man, freaking that script is freaking juicy. So yeah, hit me up, shoot me a DM on Instagram, man. I know a lot of guys are putting out their you know, their edited content, you know, and the whole goal here is for us to put out live seller calls. You guys are seeing me go through the calls, the new leads, start to finish. You know, we're not just cherry picking the leads that, you know, are going to be good calls. Sometimes I'm dialing a bunch, not getting a hold of anybody. Sometimes the calls aren't going great. Sometimes they go perfect, and, you know, we're making offers. So, you know, we're just trying to keep it real and make it easy. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys this afternoon at 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, and we'll get on some more seller calls. Peace.